lot of conversations. All right, so let's talk about this whole menace going down in the country. Boarding schools, man. Last I checked, about 70 schools have been closed indefinitely. Yeah, and it's very sad, man. It's very sad because this is obviously a pattern. It's not a one-off. Yeah, people have said things. Proposals have been made. Yeah, on what to do to sort out this situation, but somehow Gava just fails. Right? Like I don't understand. I really don't understand why. You know, very juicy. I spotted some guy. Apparently, he's a school principal, and he was saying on social media how one thing that people need to know, Kenyans need to know, because this is apparently it's a low key conversation that no one wants to touch on. And he was so outright, Alisema. You see, the problem is that at the core of it all, one of the reasons, in fact, the main reason as to why there's a lot of protests going down in schools is because of this whole gay lesbian agenda in schools. You get, yeah, apparently it's been a thing in Kenyan schools for the longest time, and I agree partly, right? He even gave an example how apparently some new kids in some school, yeah, you get they're being violated, and then eventually you get the protested. My friends have even told me, Bana, this is a thing in Kenyan schools. Maybe it's because we have a lot of single-sex schools, boarding schools, man. You get, it's like prison. Yeah? But let me tell you, we're sharp guys, Bana. We don't even have to overthink this thing. The truth of the matter is our boarding schools are horrible, dilapidated, you get. Like sometimes I empathize. How do you study in an environment like this? What the hell are we trying to achieve? Yeah? Are they being taught endurance? Or they're there to learn? Because when I look at this, say I told you, Bana, Kitambo, you get when I used to play rugby, many years ago, Bana. So we were going to I was at Homeboys at this time, and we were being taken to Kakamega to verse Western Bulls. That was when Western Bulls was still in the Division 1 Kenya Cup. So we were taken to some schools over there, Ban. I'm not going to chomea this school. And then to Kambiwatisa, we can use the showers and do whatever to change. My guy, you guys checked into the showers like this with my friends. Nikase macha ni change. Kobasi. It's okay, bro. It was dirty. Good Lord. Hey, you guy, man. Nikasema pana. Every time I tell my wife about this story, she always thinks me I'm only in Kenyan schools. B. See, kuone Kenyan schools. But the truth is, our public schools are doing bad. They're doing bad. You just need to forget even about it, comparing ourselves with whatever's going down in Europe. Just go to others. Go to Uganda. End up at Uganda. Go check out their public schools, and then you compare with Kenyan schools. It's crazy. And I'm not saying that the other countries are better than us, but like, listen, we don't even have to compare ourselves with other countries. Yeah, can we just raise the standards and make sure our kids learn in a dignified space and manner? Yeah? Education, let me tell you, school, the education system has to be one of the most very well funded, respected, yeah, full of resources, a place that's just unajua tu hapa hivi, it's just purely knowledge, research and innovation, and it should be inspiring, man. Kids should be excited about going to school. Yeah? So me, I feel like I'm okay with boarding schools. I just feel like we need to step up the infrastructure. So number one, there's this story for overcrowding and congestion. Me, I hear dormitories, you get, the domes are packed, but to capacity. Yeah? Even that school, yeah? What was it called? The girls' school. I remember, sorry, Juicy, that was that a bunch of other kids burnt down the domes, yeah? Bro, bana, me, I check it, some kids were lying on the corridor, man. Yeah, bro. And then there's a CCTV in the room, in the dome. Yeah? The fact that these domes are bloody congested obviously means there's a risk, yeah, of disease outbreaks, and poor mental health. Because you're thinking you're in jail. What? Nah, man, we can't continue like this. Water and sanitation. I'm scaring some schools. Akuna maji. In 2026, what are you doing taking kids to the river to go chota maji over there? Yeah? Can you imagine how their toilets look like? Yeah? Long queues apparently when guys are going to shower. Basic hygiene is so trash. Yeah? So you get you thinking, this kid is going to perform vizuri, and then they study in an environment like that. Of course not. They won't even be excited about exams, man. Yeah? And then corporal punishment. Or do you want to chop one left, right, and center like the thugs, man? Yeah? How many times have we read those stories over here about how kids died in the hands of teachers? We've even seen videos, man. Yeah? And it's the truth. Yeah? As in, the way, I was even being told, yeah, apparently in some of these schools, yeah, you get the running culture is crazy, man. You get live in the dining area. I'm a canteen. You're supposed to run, man, to class. You're not supposed to be seen walking. What the hell is that, man? Yeah, you get treating kids like suspects, like prisoners. Yeah? And then another thing I've noticed about Kenyan schools, not even, okay, Sawa, since we're talking about Kenyan schools, schools out here, it's like they prioritize this story for discipline and, how do you call it? Yeah, and endurance. Unataka watoi wakuwe na endurance, huh? Why are you taking your kid to, listen, if I take my kid to some school, yeah, I'm not taking my kid over there to act like a soldier at akona endurance, at discipline, yes sir, running around. Me, I'm taking my kid over there to understand critical thinking. I just want my kid to think outside the box, to be smart, to look at things from a different angle. Yeah, critical thinking, man. Do you know how critical thinking is so hard? Especially amongst Kenyan. I bet you they don't even teach that in schools. No wonder. No wonder. No wonder. Don't even get me started about the quality of food. Horrible. Yeah, horrible. You remember that story about that you... I'm sorry. I feel sorry. You get them again kerosene, mafuta ta. You get kerosene in food. Hey man, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say. Some of these things, when I tell a foreigner out there, they'll think I'm joking. Yeah, they'll think I'm joking. Anyway, so I know some of us survived these boarding schools. But just because we survived, it doesn't mean that now we have bragging rights. It doesn't mean that now our kids also have to survive whatever we went through. It's not a badge of honor. Kupitia mashida is not a badge of honor in your school. Yeah, just because you went through hell and you studied barefoot, you get, our kids don't deserve that, man. And you see, that's what they're trying to do. They're communicating to you and I. Yeah, and policy makers out there and the leadership of this country. These kids are saying, we are, they're not speaking Chinese, man. They're not speaking Hindu. They're saying where we are studying and where we live for 3 months is horrible. They hate it. So it's you as a parent, as a leader, yeah, as somebody who's mandated to take care of Kenyans and empower Kenyans and make sure that you guys are living and studying and, we're paying so much tax, by the way, yeah? It's your job to make sure that these kids live in awesome spaces and they study in awesome spaces. Yeah? So anyway, that's it. What are your thoughts on what I've just said? Yeah, because me, I'm just like, listen, something needs to be said, something has to be understood, and some things need to be done. I've seen heads have already started rolling in the Ministry of Education. Yeah, that's good. But I promise you, if you think Kenya is going to be a second world country, I'm a first world, like I heard some people talking, we're not going to achieve those things and our kids are studying in spaces like those. It's impossible. It's impossible. What kind of country is this? The healthcare system is messed up. Education, you guys looking bad. Yeah? It's like in the gutter, right? County offices, public system is the public services. It's trash. Some offices are, Kenya, man. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying it as it is, All right, so when we come back, it's all about the gray zone. And of the gray zone, most people who say, quote unquote, they're not ready for a relationship are ready. They're actually ready. They just don't want a relationship with you. I'm sorry. I know my brother. Hey, Mazo, ume push. You've really tried to impress this mama. You've bought her everything. She keeps on saying how she wants to wait. Sorry, she's taking her time. Yeah. She has to focus on her schoolwork. She just, she's going back to school to Maliza with her masters. Sijui nini. Yeah, she's telling you all these things. She wants you guys to be friends. My brother, the reason amekuambia she's not ready for a relationship, it's not because she's not really ready. She just doesn't like you, bro. You're not him. But I'm sure she appreciates your effort. So it's 7 minutes after 9. Tunikazi.